We are here today to learn about crop protection, which simply is ways in which we can safeguard our crops from pests and diseases. So the essence of farming is to earn money, because farming is a business. Pests and diseases can cause losses to our crops, therefore hindering our main objective of farming as a business. Therefore, it's imperative that we manage our crops well. An important aspect of pest and disease management is to identify the pests before you do anything.
At this plot, I want to take you briefly through the pests and diseases, the symptoms that the pests and diseases cause on the plants, and the visible pests that we can see right here. The damage caused to this leaf is caused by a pest known as a leaf miner. And what the leaf miner does, it burrows into the leaf layers, and it starts eating within the leaf layers and makes these paths. So the paths you see on this leaf are caused by a leaf miner. That is one of the most disturbing pests of cucumber. When you look at this cabbage, the damage caused to this cabbage is caused by a caterpillar. The caterpillar will eat the leaf and make such holes in it, which you see right here. So this may be a caterpillar of a butterfly. So we don't classify them because there are a lot of them and they cause almost the same damage. The other pest is a thrip, but this time around it is dangerous to cabbages. It is disastrous, but it's also disastrous for other crops. And the damage it causes, when you look at these samples here, so I have a tomato, I have a ravaya, and I also have a cucumber. So the damage it causes when the thrip is feeding, it is a very minute insect, though visible with the eye. So when you look at this, the small dots are insects actually which have been trapped by this trap. And those insects, when feeding, they have sucking mouth parts, but the mouth parts also rustle. So as they are feeding, they are sucking sap out of the fruit. They also rustle. They try to scratch the fruit. So they cause such a damage on the fruits, as you can see, and as you can see the tomato. So when you have such in your garden, just know that you have thrips in your garden. So I'm holding a cabbage, and we said some of the diseases of cabbage, we have bacterial diseases, which include a disease known as Xanthomonas. Some people know it as black rot. The Xanthomonas, how do you tell that you have Xanthomonas in your garden? Most of the cabbages in the farmers' gardens look like this. What it does, you have this brown patch. It's as if the leaf is dry, but it starts from the margin of the leaf, and as it eats inside, or as the disease progresses inside the leaf, it progresses in form of a V. We also have another disease known as it is known as downy mildew. It is a disease which attacks most vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, pumpkins. So it affects most of the fruiting vegetables. And how do you tell the symptoms of downy mildew? When you look at this leaf, it has dry lesions, but these lesions are in a form, they are in a blocky form. So when you see them, it's as if it is a square or a triangle. They come in form of a block, and around the lesions, you see some yellow halo. There is a coloring of yellow around all these lesions. In pumpkins and butternut, it will cause swellings on the fruit in its advanced stages, and then the fruit will lose quality for market. The other disease I want to talk about is bacterial spots. These bacterial spots are majorly on tomatoes and pepper. These spots are superficial. So when you look at the tomato, it has such spots, but these spots progress inside the skin of the tomato to the fleshy part of the tomato. Not forgetting a blight, tomato blight. This is early blight of tomato. And the early blight of tomato starts as a small black lesion, which goes on increasing, but in a concentric form. And around the lesion, which is a bit now big on the tomato leaf, there is a yellow halo still. There's a yellow coloring around the lesion on the leaves. So those are the symptoms which are around this place that I wanted to talk about. Thank you.
I'm going to take you through the control measures and the prevention of the pests and diseases, and mostly today we are going to concentrate on IPM, that is Integrated Pest Management. And Integrated Pest Management simply means the broad-based approach for integrated practices for economic control of pests. And these include majorly 4 categories, that is cultural methods, mechanical methods, biological methods, and chemical methods. But strictly we tend to promote cultural methods, and these are methods that don't evict much harm to the environment. They are non-toxic and friendly to the environment. So among the cultural methods we have, number 1 is trellising, where we raise our tomatoes onto these stakes so that they can be raised on the ground, and to ensure in light penetration and to be lifted right from the ground. Also, we look at the raised ridges in order to avoid flooding and for even distribution of the water during the rainy season so that they can avoid runoffs. We also have mulching. This is controls weeds. At the same time, it keeps the room temperature, the soils very cool and moist. And we also have pruning, whereby we tend to reduce the excess leaves in order to ensure light penetration, and also to reduce the leaves which are older, which are taking our nutrients for nothing. So we also have fertilization, which is not here. We have fertilization where we add fertilizer so that we can boost the strength of these crops of ours in order to have that growth vigor, and they put on a lot of fruits, and even the healthy fruits. And also lastly, we need to apply pesticides, but these chemicals are so broad. For example, we have the preventive, we have the curative chemicals or the pesticides, and for the preventive, normally we tend to zero on mancozeb, and then for the curative, for the fungal diseases like blight, we tend also to look at the curative, which is component or combination of mancozeb and metalaxyl in order to counteract the red blight or the early blight. For more information, as ISSCD, we have they have trained brigadiers. In Uganda, we are around 100 brigadiers, and we have come up with a platform for brigadiers. And to find us, you can contact the ISSCD website, you can contact ISSCD on Twitter, you can contact ISSCD on Facebook, but also soon we are going to bring out the vegetable platform website, which is the Uganda Vegetable Brigadiers platform, whereby you'll be finding all the vegetable trainers. They are brought together, and we are offering the free service.